There's something I need to tell you today. And if you're watching this and you feel like your life has been nothing but battles, nothing but pressure, nothing but spiritual warfare, this message is for you because some of you don't realize what you survived. You went through the fire, and the truth is, most people would have burned in the same fire that you walk out of. Just think about it, the betrayal, the isolation, the attacks on your mind, the people who switch up on you for no reason. It felt like everywhere you turned, somebody was against you. But what you didn't realize at the time was that it wasn't random. The enemy doesn't waste that kind of energy on ordinary people. The reason the enemy built a whole team against you is because you're anointed. Let that sink in. It wasn't just one person trying to stop you. It was multiple people, multiple situations, multiple traps, almost like a coordinated attack on your life. Why? Because the enemy can see something on you before you could see it on yourself. The calling, the purpose, the anointing that God placed on your life. And the enemy knew that if you ever woke up and stepped into who you truly are, you would break chains, not only in your own life, but in other people's lives as well. So the plan was simple: break you before you discover your power, make you doubt yourself, make you feel like a failure. But here's the problem with that plan: you survived the fire, you're still here, and after everything they tried, after every trap, after every attempt to break your spirit, you are still standing. And that alone should tell you something. Chosen ones don't go through the fire to be destroyed. They go through the fire to be refined. The fire was never meant to kill you. It was meant to reveal who you truly are. Some of you are just now realizing that everything you went through built your strength. It built your discernment. You see through people now. You move differently. You don't fall for the same traps anymore. And that's not an accident. That's growth. And if you're in a season right now where you feel tired, where you feel like giving up, I need you to hear this right now. Do not stop. You didn't survive everything you survived just to quit at the finish line. You didn't make it out the fire just to walk back into the flames. Keep pushing forward. Keep healing. Keep growing, because the same pressure that tried to break you is the same pressure that created the strength you have today. And you're not crazy. You're not weak. And you definitely are not alone. You are anointed. And the reason the battle was so intense is because your purpose is powerful. So keep moving forward. Your story didn't end in the fire. That was just the beginning. And that's what you really need to realize, because all these battles and all these tests are going to really make you stronger at the end of the day. And God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. He knows your heart. He knows your character. He knows how strong you truly are. He sees things in you that you don't even see in yourself. And you need to stop being so hard on yourself, because it's easy to fall for the trap. It's easy to fall in that negative state of mind. That's exactly what the enemy wants. That's exactly what the devil wants. The devil wants you to be fearful. The devil wants you to really question everything and not have any enjoyment in life. And the faster you realize that, the faster you will be at peace. Because once you can learn that, you will be at peace. And you need to learn forgiveness as well, because that can be the hardest thing to do. Because you can forgive everybody in the world, you can forgive everybody, but most importantly, you're going to need to forgive yourself, because you're so hard on yourself. You're always beating yourself up, saying what you could have done better, how you should have did this. And it's not getting you anywhere but staying in that low frequency, staying in that low state of mind. And for me, I've been there way too long. Majority of my life I've been so negative, and then dealing with toxic environments and people, not believing in me, people belittling me. I've dealt with that. So it made me question myself, and it made me really think I wasn't even worthy, or I wasn't even good enough. I was suicidal for the longest time, and it really took a toll on me until I realized that I needed to truly be grateful for what I have. Because once you can learn to be grateful, then everything would change. You need to just appreciate the small things in life, because there's so much that we take for granted and you don't even realize. In my story, down below, I share my journey, and I share, my life, and how I went through all these battles and all these tests that really, almost broke me to a point where, I made some horrible decisions, and decisions that I got to live with for the rest of my life. But instead of using it for bad, I'm using it for good because it's taught me a lot and I've learned so much about myself. And, this whole journey will make you stronger. And, God, like I said, He doesn't send you through these tests knowing that you can't handle it. He knows you're strong, and He knows, like I said, the ordinary people, they cannot handle this. The fact that you're still standing just says everything. And, I feel like my journey can help others and, not make the same mistakes that I once did, because I feel like I made a lot of horrible decisions and it's really took a toll on me. But you need to learn to forgive yourself, and that was the hardest part for me, because I was able to forgive everybody, but I even struggle with it to this day. I'm not even going to front, but I'm in a much better place now than I was before, and it all starts with forgiveness. So once you learn that, then you can really change the game, and it's going to be nothing but big things from there. You got to give yourself more credit, and it'll definitely, this journey will humble you on a whole other level, and you'll realize what you're really made of. But you're refined now, so you just gotta just appreciate the moment and live it one day at a time. So if y'all like the message, I'll see y'all next time. Until then, salute.